Numbers 25. Moab leads Israel astray. Israel was staying in Shittim. The men of Israel began to commit sexual sins with the woman of Moab. The woman invited the men to feast and sacrifices to honor their gods. The people ate the sacrifice, then bowed down in front of the statues of those gods. So Israel joined in worshipping the god named Baal that was worshipped at Peor. The Lord became very angry with Israel. The Lord said to Moses, "Take all the leaders of these people, kill them, put their dead bodies out in the open. I want to see you do it in the middle of the day. Then I will not be angry with Israel." So Moses spoke to the Israel's judges. He said, "Some of your people have joined in worshipping the god named Baal, that is worshipped at Peor. Each of you must kill the people in the tribe who have done that." Then an Israelite man brought into the camp a Midianite woman. He did it right in front of the eyes of Moses and the whole community of Israel. They were weeping at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Phinehas was a priest. He was the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron. When Phinehas saw what had happened, he left the people. He took a spear in his hand. He followed the man into the tent. Phinehas stuck the spear through the man and into a woman's stomach. Then the Lord stopped the plague against the Israelites. But the plague had already killed 24,000 of them. The Lord said to Moses, "Phinehas is the priest, is the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron. Phinehas has turned my anger away from the Israelites. I am committed to making sure I am honored among them, and he is as committed as I am. So even though I was angry with them, I did not put an end to them. So tell Phinehas I'm making my covenant with him. It's my promise to give him peace. He and his sons after him will have a covenant to be priests forever. That is because he was committed to making sure that I, his God, was honored. In that way, he paid for the sins for the Israelites." The name of the Israelite man who was killed was Jimri. He was the son of Salu. Jimri was killed along with Midianite woman. Salu was a family leader in the tribe of Simeon. The name of the Midianite woman was killed was Kozbi. He was the daughter of Zur. He was the chef of the Midianite family, chief of the Midianite family. The Lord spoke to Moses. He said, "Treat the Midianites just as you would treat enemies. Kill them. After all, they treated you like enemies. They tricked you into worshiping the god made Baal, that is worshipped at Peor. They They also tricked you because of the Cosby deed. She was the woman killed when the plague came that was connected with Peor. Cosby was the daughter of a Midianite leader. Numbers 26. The men of Israel are counted a second time. After the plague, the Lord spoke to Moses and Eleazar the priest. Eleazar was the son of Aaron. The Lord said, count all the men of Israel. Make a list of them by their families. Count all the men who are able to serve in Israel's army. They must be 20 years old or more. At the time, the Israelites were on the plains of Moab. They were by the Jordan River across from Jericho. Moses and Eleazar the priest spoke with them. They said, count all the men 20 years old or more. Do it just as the Lord commanded Moses. Here are the men of Israel who came out of Egypt. Reuben was Israel's oldest son. Here are the names of his sons. The Hanakite family came from Hanok. The Paluite family came from Palu. The Hezronite family came from Hezron. The Carmite family came from Carmi. These were the family of Reuben. The number of men was 43,730. Eliab was the son of Palu. Eliab's sons were Nemuel, Batan, and Abiram. Batan and Abiram were the same community officials who refused to obey Moses and Aaron. They were among the followers of Korah, who refused to obey the Lord. The ground upon its mouth, it swallowed them up along with Korah. The followers of Korah died when fire burned up 250 men. Their deaths were a warning to the rest of Israel. But the family line of Korah didn't die out completely. Here are the names of Simon's sons. They are listed by their families. The Nemulite family came from Nemul. The Jaminite family came from Jamin. The Jachinite family from Jachin. The Jarahite family came from Jarah. The Saulite family came from Shaul. These were the families of Simon. The number of the men counted was 22,200. Here are the names of God's sons. They are listed by their families. The Japonite family came from Japan. The Haggite family came from Hagi. The Shunite family came from Shunai. The Oznite family came from Ozni. The Arite family came from Ari. The Arodite family came from Arodite. The Arelite family came from Arelai. There were the family of Gad. The number of the men counted was 40,500. And Onan were sons of Judah, but they died in Canaan. Here are the names of Judah's sons. They are listed by their families. The Shelanite family came from Shelah. The Perezite family came from Perez. The Jerahite family came from Jerah. There are the name of the son of Perez. The Hezronite family came from Hezron. The Hamulite family came from Hamul. These were the families of Judah. The number of the men counted was 76,500. Here are the names of Issachar's sons. They are listed by their families. The Tolalite family came from Tola. The Puit family came from Puah. The Jashubite family came from Jashub. The Shimronite family came from Shimron. These were the family of Issachar. The number of the men counted was 64,300. Here are the names of the Jabulun's sons. They are listed by their families. The Seradite family came from Serad. The Elonite family came from Elon. The Jahilelite family came from Jahil. These were the family of Zebulun. The number of the men counted was 60,500. Here are the names of the Joshua's sons. They are listed by their family. The families came from Manasseh and Ephraim, the name of Joseph. Here are the names of Manasseh's sons. The Machelite family came from Machir. Machir was the father of Gilead. The Gileadite family came from Gilead. Here are the names of the Gilead sons. The Lezerite family came from Rejo. The Helekite family came from Helek. The Ashelelite family came from Ashelel. The Shechemite family came from Shechem. The Shemitite family came from Shemida. The Haparite family came from Hapar. The Zelophehad was the son of Hapar. Zelophehad didn't have any sons. All he had was daughters. Their name was Mala, Noah, Hogala, Milga, and Trijah. These were the family of Manasseh. The number of the men counted was 52,700. Here are the names of Abraham's sons. They are listed by their families. The Shutheratite family came from Shuthelah. The Bechalite family came from Bechor. The Tahanite family came from Tahan. The son of Shuthelah were Aaronite family that came from Aaron. These were the families of Abraham. The number of the men counted was 32,500. These were the sons of Joseph. They are listed by their families. Here are the names of Benjamin's sons. They are listed by their families. The Belarite family came from Bela. The Ashbelite family came from Ashbel. The Ashramite family came from Ahiram. The Shupamite family came from Shupam. The Shupamite family came from Shupam. Bela's sons came from Ard and Naaman. The Ardite family came from Ard. The Naamite family came from Naaman. These were the family of the Benjamin. The number of the men counted was 45,600. Here are the name of Dan's son. He is listed by his family. The Shuhamite family came from Shuham. This was the family of Dan. All the men of Dan's family were Shuhamites. The number of the men counted was 64,400. Here are the name of Asher's sons. They are listed by their families. The Imnite family came from Imnah. The Ishvite family came from Ishvi. The Verite family came from Berea. Here are the names of the families that came from Berea's sons. The Heverite family came from Hever. The Marchilite family came from Marchiel. Asher also had a daughter named Sarah. These were the families of Asher. The number of the men counted was 53,400. Here are the name of Naphtali's sons. They are listed by their families. The Jahzeelite family came from Jarjeel. The Gunite family came from Gunni. The Jezerite family came from Jeljar. The Shilemite family came from Shilem. These are the family of Naphtali. The number of the men counted was 45,400. The total number of the men of Israel was 601,730. The Lord said to Moses, I will give the land to them. The amount of land each family received will be based on the number of each man. Give a larger share to a larger family. Give a small share to a small family. Each family will receive its share based on the number of men listed in it. Be sure that you cast lots when you give out the land. Each family received will be based on the number of men listed in its tribe. Cast lots when you give out each share. Cast lots for the larger and smaller family alike. Here are the names of the Levites. They are listed by their families. The Gershonite family came from Gershon. The Kohathite family came from Kohath. The Merarite family came from Merari. Here are the names of the other Levite families. They are the Ribnite family, the Hebronite family, Malite family, Musite family, Korahite family. Amram came from the Korahite family. The name of the Amram's wife was Jochebed. She was from the family line of Levi. She was born to the Levites in Egypt. Aaron, Moses, and their sister Miriam were born in the family line of Amram and Jochebed. Aaron was the father of Nadab and Abihu. He was also the father of Eleazar and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu made an offering to the Lord by using fire that wasn't allowed, so they died. The number of the male Levites a month old or more was 23,000. They weren't listed along with all the other men of Israel. That's because they didn't receive the share among them. These are the men covered by Moses and Eleazar the priest. At the time, the Israelites were on the plains of Moab. They were by the Jordan River across from Jericho. The men of Israel had been counted before in the Sinai desert by Moses and Aaron the priest, but not one of them was among the men counted this time. The Lord had told the Israelites at Kadesh Barnea that they would certainly die in the desert. Not one of them was left alive except Caleb and Joshua. Caleb was the son of Nepune, and Joshua was son of Nun. Numbers 27. Zelophehad's daughters. The daughters of Zelophehad belonged to the family group of Manasseh. Zelophehad was the son of Helper. Helper was the son of Gilead. Gilead was son of Machir. Machir was the son of Manasseh. And Manasseh was the son of Joseph. The name of Zelophehad daughter was Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They approached the entrance to the tent of meeting. There they stood in front of Moses and Eleazar the priest. The leader and the whole community were there too. Zelophehad's daughter said, "Our father died in the Sinai desert, but we wasn't one of the men who followed Korah. He wasn't one of those who joined together against the Lord. Our father died because of his own sin. He didn't leave any sons. Why should our father's name disappear from his family just because he didn't have a son? Give us property among our father's relatives." So Moses brought their case to the Lord. The Lord said to them, "The Zelophehad's daughter was saying it right. You must certainly give them property. Give them a share among their father's relatives. Give their father's property to them. Say to the Israelites, suppose a man dies who doesn't have a son, then give his property to his daughter. Suppose the man doesn't have a daughter, then give his property to his brothers. Suppose the man doesn't have any brothers, then give his property to his father's brothers. Suppose his father doesn't have any brothers, then give his property to the nearest male relative in his family group. It will belong to him. That is what the law will require of the Israelites. It is just as the Lord commanded me." Joshua becomes Israel's new leader. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go up this mountain, the Abraham range. See the land I have given the Israelites. After you have seen it, you too will join the members of your family who has already died. You will die, just as your brother Aaron did. The community refused to obey me at the waters of Merida, Kadesh, in the desert of Zin. At the time, you and Aaron did not obey my command. You did not honor me in front of them as the holy God." Moses spoke to the Lord. He said, "Lord, you are the God who gives life and bless to all living things. Please put someone in charge of this community. Have that person lead them and take care of them. Then your people won't be like sheep without a shepherd." So the Lord said to Moses, "Joshua, the son of Nun, has the ability to be a wise leader. Get him and place your hand on him. Have him stand in front of Eleazar and priest and the whole community. Put him in charge while everyone is watching. Give him some of your authority. Then the whole community of Israel will obey him. Joshua will stand in front of Eleazar, the priest. Eleazar will help him make decisions. Eleazar will get help from me by using the Urim. Joshua and the whole community of Israel must not make any move at all unless I command them to." Moses did just as the Lord commanded him. He got Joshua and him stand in front of Eleazar, the priest, and the whole community. Then Moses placed his hands on Joshua and he put him in charge of the people. He did just as the Lord has directed through Moses.